It all started with a small SaaS company in Finland. Today, it's used in over 80 countries around the world. The journey, anything but easy. Lessons learned, key insights, hard-earned experiences. This is the founder's point of view.
Hi, and welcome to Founder's Point of View podcast. Today we are going to talk about the challenges of international sales, and especially when you have product or company somewhere, for example, in Finland, and you are generating like really good amount of sales every month here in your home country, but still you have challenges when trying to go global.
Yeah.
So
And especially B2B sales.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we have 5 different topics we are going to go through today and discuss about challenges related to those.
Yeah. I think that we noticed that there is at least 5 the key problems we have faced when we have had a conversation that why we are able to do sales here in Finland, but it seems to be much harder than we thought in other countries. And so that is how we have found those 5 things. Maybe we have underestimated before we started to gather the real experience.
Yeah. And I think we can honestly say that these are the 5 topics. If you don't pay attention to these, you can't do the global sales. Yeah.
You will fail.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, sure that you will fail. And the first thing is the prospecting. And of course, in every whatever sales you are doing, you need to do prospecting well, and it's everything, and it is doing. You ideally you do the prospecting following your ICP very well, and you have good niches and segments there, and you do it well. But we have noticed that the countries, all the countries had different way to do the prospecting, very local ways, and the data is local. The way they share the company information and the contact information is very local, and it is not easy to find the data in every country. In Finland, it has been always easy, and I think that typically in the Nordics, it is pretty easy to find the contact information from all of the companies. But when you go to the other areas, it is not easy, or it is not even allowed to get that information, and that's very hard. And you need to lay on, for example, the LinkedIn sales navigator data, the company data in LinkedIn, and there are the industries where the LinkedIn data is not well designed. It's very bad data.
Yeah.
And you don't need that at all. You cannot use that.
Yeah, I agree. And even though you can find the contact information and so on, it doesn't mean that you have found your similar ICP customers compared to your home country. Because, for example, between Finland and the UK, for example, industries such as roofing, for example, in Finland, we have lots of small and medium enterprises in that segment. But when you go to the UK, you can find lots of like man and the van companies, like super small companies. Those even don't have websites or anything like that. So the differences inside the subcategories are also quite significant.
Yeah, and that is more a strategic question that you need to understand, that what is your ICP. Actually, what is your ICP, for example, in the UK, in the Finland? Can it be even similar or same?
Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
The other thing after that is that even you are able to do a lot of sales in your own country and you don't see the competition there, that doesn't mean that there is not competition at all in the global. And when you go to the other countries, pretty quickly you will find out that there's a lot of local competitors. Maybe they are not even playing in the same product category where you are, but they are offering good enough local product, or they have even the service for the same market problem, and that's why your product from the other country, it is not interesting at all.
Yeah, that's true.
And they think why we should change from the local trusted company or partner to someone we don't know, someone who is coming to the other country.
Yeah, and they may think that they, in any case, they have to stay as the customer of that local like option, because they want to, for example, retain their existing reviews on that side, and it's good for their lead generation and so on. So it's not just about switching from option A to option B. It's more like you have to be able to clarify why they should have your product in addition to all those existing ones.
Yeah, the markets are more saturated than your local market, and the competition is very tough.
Yeah.
Typically very tough.
Yeah.
And you don't know that, because it is not easy to find out from Google when you are doing the market analysis. And if you don't do that market deep analysis with some local company who are specialized doing the market analysis, especially in that specific country, it is not easy to see the full picture, that who are the competitors, the really competitors for you.
Yeah,
in
and
this
it's actually really hard for them as well, because they can be not just market specific, like in terms of country, but also like super industry specific things. So it can be just super local. For example, for the kitchen renovation companies in the UK, some kind of
only for example in the Manchester area,
exactly,
for example, something like that, and they are doing well enough.
Yeah,
your global solution is good, but it is we have a strong enough or good enough product, local product, and that's why we don't need your product. We are not interested. And same time, because there is a lot of competitors, and it is not easy to get through the how to do the outreach and how to reach your ICP. That's very hard. That's much harder than in Finland, where you can just pick up the phone and call, or all the LinkedIn emails, most of them are read, and you got answers, and they open the emails and everything. But when you are doing it in sending messages, for example, in English, with the not the local, with no local name, with the Finnish name and everything, your messages are going. They are not going to read them at all, and that's very hard. You need to put hundreds of times more calls or emails to get a similar response level what you are getting in your local country.
And especially if you think about the English-speaking markets, everyone is there. The UK, every European country, they're trying to expand there and speaking English there. Also, the companies from the US and so on.
Yeah, UK is hard because the American companies are there, but also all the European countries are going to the US through the UK. That's why the competition is very, very hard.
Yeah.
Okay, the third thing is that you have limited brand awareness and credibility.
Yeah.
And so no one trusts you.
Yeah.
Why they should trust you, and that's hard, because you are not able to make sales without trust.
In your home country, you usually have some kind of brand already. They can recognize you. Your name can tell something to them. Your logo can tell
references
something.
And your customer logos and the references also.
Exactly. And I guess the most important one is that you are really like local option. But even though the like made in Finland thing is cool here in Finland, it's not so cool in Germany or in the UK or in the States.
Why it even should be cool?
Yeah, I don't know.
Nowadays.
Yeah. Someone just recently compared it to me that in a way like think about something from Lithuania calling to you and trying to sell their product. Would you buy just because they are from Lithuania? Or
it maybe it used to be a good when the Nokia time. People knew that Nokia is coming from Finland, and if you are building something related to mobile phones that time, that might be a good thing that you can say that you are coming from the similar country that the Nokia is coming from the same country. But nowadays, it doesn't mean anything that you say that you are coming from Finland. And that is good to understand. And your local Finnish logos and the Finnish case studies, it is not enough to build trust. You will need the local ones with any price to get the first logos and the first local clients to build trust through them.
Yeah. And of course, Finland has really good reputation in the UK and like through the Europe, but it still doesn't mean that it should be some kind of competitive advantage.
It can be even a cool thing that not a bad sign that you are coming from Finland, but that doesn't mean that they think that your product is good because of Finland.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, the fourth thing, I think that we found that thing when we thought about that when you start a new business and you need to get the first logos and the first case studies.
Yeah.
What you have in Finland, what you doesn't have in other countries, and the connections and the relationships. I think that's the thing what is playing very big role when you are doing sales, especially when you start a new market.
Yeah, exactly.
Commercial break. Trustmary in 30 seconds.
Trustmary helps companies to automate the review and feedback collection and utilizing in their marketing.
We are a Finnish company, but we are already operating in 80 different countries.
Our product is especially designed for the companies doing service-oriented business coming from traditional industries.
If you need any help related to these topics, just reach us out on LinkedIn. We are happy to help.
And now back to the story.
You can always, in your home country, to call your friends, your former colleagues, your existing customers, and so on, and try to like sell them or sell them more, and so on. You don't have that network in new country.
Yeah. And the importance of the connections is very high, and you don't know that before you go to the other country and try to start doing selling.
Yeah.
And for example, us when we have started our businesses, for example, that video production business and also the software business, the first logos we got them from the connections we had from the past.
Yeah.
We had sold other services to same people and they trusted us, and they didn't buy because of our product, they buy because of us. Because they trusted us, and pretty quickly, for example, with the video production, we got 20 great logos, very big logos, and with the help of them, it was easier to get the next ones and build trust.
Yep, exactly.
You don't have that. You don't have that possibility in other countries when you're starting doing sales.
Of course, you can ask for intros in every country, and it's like most likely you know someone who could introduce you to someone in the UK and so on. But it's still a completely different game because here you can just pick up your phone and make a couple of phone calls. you will get a couple of names, and you can just go and call them and say hello from those previous guys, and so
Yeah.
on. It starts rolling, but like actually doing the intro can be different in different countries. It can be more formal and so on. And for example, in Germany, you can't even call someone and just say, "Hey, I got your number from this guy," and decided to call you, because it's like basically illegal.
Yeah, you are going to
call.
get some fee or something.
Yeah.
if you do.
So basically, you have to try to form the relationship beforehand and do
Yeah. Okay. And the fifth thing is, fifth problem is the founder-led sales, which doesn't scale, and which is, of course, ideally when you are having a startup and you are doing a new thing and opening new markets. Of course, founders should do a lot of things and they should be involved, of course. But that doesn't mean that the founder is the best one, best people to do that and crack the barriers we, for example, listed before. So the founders, they don't have the connections, they don't have the credibility, they don't have the language and the cultural understanding. They are missing a lot of things needed to have before doing sales, and still all the books and VC investors are saying that the founder-led sales is the thing you need to do.
Yeah, being a founder from Finland doesn't solve those 4 problems.
Oh,
Yeah.
Or founder in other countries. Oh, it doesn't mean that you have that ability. Because many of, even you are a good salesman in Finland and you are able to do a lot of sales in Finland as a founder, that doesn't mean that you can do sales in other countries because of the things we listed before. You don't have the credibility and you don't have that understanding needed with the cultural things also. And that's one topic I think that we should discuss maybe more openly when we talk about the founder-led sales, that is something you need to do. And for example, us, how we have done it, we have done work together with the local ones. The founders have worked together with the local sales reps and sales professionals who have that understanding and that experience we miss as a founder.
Yeah, and I think that's the modern way to define a founder-led sales. You don't have to be the only one doing it. You have to participate in the meetings and in the process and so on.
That's true.
Yeah. And often founders can have lots of things on the table, so it's not easy to find time for doing founder-led sales. That also depends on the stage of the company. So if you are a Finnish company decided to go immediately to the UK and nothing else, then you have all your time to do founder-led sales in the UK. But if you already have existing company, for example here, and lots of customers and so on, you most likely have hands full of things already.
And because it might, typically it is so hard to do the international sales, as a founder, you will find more other things to do, because it is, people are, they try to do the easy things. And if there are easy things in your to-do list, you will do them more likely than the things which are hard. For example, P2P cold calling to the UK from Finland.
I agree 100%. But that's
I think
all.
we have all the
those 5 things. Please pay attention to those before you start going global.
Okay, see you in next episode.
See you.